Welcome to Biz Wire. I'm Joseph Nordstrom in Beijing. Over the past decade, 1.4% of China's population every year has moved from the. This looks to be a long-term trend as officials are encouraging this to boost economic growth and living standards. But what about the farms that are being left behind? With fewer hands to work the fields, collectively owned farm plots are being consolidated into larger areas and modern machinery and techniques are being introduced. This is making labor much more efficient and increasing crop yields while cities and industries encroach and use up arable land. Now, these issues were discussed in late December at the Central Rural Work Conference, which also made decisions about the position of agriculture, safety of farm produce, land rights, development of rural areas, and raising farmers' income. Also a priority for officials is ensuring enough domestic production of grain as a matter of keeping the country secure. Researcher with the Development Research Center of the State Council, Cheng Guoqiang, says he believes policies will boost agricultural output, which will accomplish the twin goals of food security and increasing rural incomes. Chung says officials don't want farmers to fall further behind other industries in economic and social development. He was careful to say that the changes will explore a road of agricultural modernization with Chinese characteristics. Despite pronouncements of wanting to rely on domestic production to feed the nation, China has been importing record amounts of food from around the world. Communist Party officials have promoted the use of genetically modified crops as a way to boost production, but the public is skeptical and grassroots movements have begun to express strong opposition. This led officials to block a dozen shipments of genetically modified corn from the United States this past December. Most GM seeds are not allowed to be planted within China, but the country did lift import restrictions last year on GM corn, first from Argentina and then from elsewhere. Researcher with the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences, Deng Guoying, thinks that although China has been stressing grain security, the conference more clearly emphasized taking initiatives to ensure food provisions. Deng says for reasons of technology and scale, grain production costs in China are higher than in the United States and Brazil, where agriculture is more highly developed. Deng says if China allows massive imports of foreign grain and global grain prices rise, China will be under great pressure. Now, since reforms to the household responsibility system in the 1980s, Chinese agricultural production increased rapidly, even enough to export surplus supplies. But as appetites have grown, so have imports. Since 2011, the country has become a net importer of wheat, rice, and corn. Researchers say China can ensure absolute security of provisions, but will still need to rely on imports for soybeans. Officials have emphasized what they call the red line, that is the bottom line of preserving enough land to ensure food security. But because of soaring real estate prices, some scholars propose breaking through the red line and curbing real estate prices by increasing land supplies in cities. While this is unlikely, other land reforms are being discussed that will allow migrant workers who leave the farm for cities to still benefit from their land use rights. The conference vowed to promote an economy of scale in agriculture. As some farmers go to cities and no longer engage in agriculture, their land could be leased to create larger, more efficient and productive farms. Farmers are often looked down upon, and the conference also talked about raising the dignity of the profession that needs to feed more than 1 billion people. You're watching Biz Wire on the Blue Ocean Network, China's first and only privately owned English language broadcast media. Our full episode can be seen on our website, BONTV/biz-wire. In just a moment, we'll continue with more insight into the big picture of China's economy.